They totally heard that countdown. Well, most of it.
Yeah, they did.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, we are here on the Nameless Tri-podcast. Right now, with Nameless Tripod, Alpha Arcanac, and our guest, Mr. Noobtacular. Say hello, everybody.
Hello, and I do believe we have some back audio coming in.
Oh, yeah. You know what? That's my fault. That's my fault.
Yeah,
I think so because I have monitoring on. There it is. Oh, nope. That's coming from someone else.
Oh, nope.
Maybe it's from me. Let me try it now. Go ahead.
Okay.
Let me try it now. Go ahead.
Okay. I mean, it wouldn't be a podcast if something didn't go wrong. So.
No. Nope. Gotta shut my sound off.
The only thing I have running through here is Zoom.
All right, I'm gonna end mine and let's see what happens. It's good having you guys. Bye. All right,
Glad we're here.
having you guys. Bye.
Glad we're here.
Having you guys. Bye. All right, I just closed it.
Oh yeah, that fixed it.
That was the cancer.
Well, damn it.
One of these days we'll get it right.
Yeah. We'll have to do like a off. We'll create some throwaway accounts real quick and kind of test things out.
Seems good.
Offline. All right, so I grab my handy dandy notebook here, and we'll just get right into it. Well, we'll say our hellos. Zombies in the house. Pepperjack, as always. He's a trooper. Andreas, 2661, chilling. Appreciate you guys. He said noob and you call yourself a streamer. You noob, he said.
Wow.
That's horrible. That's messed up, man. That's messed up, dude. All right. So, I think we'll start off with the kind of elephant in the room. I've been saving this for the last 2 weeks for you to be on here, Noob, because you are also a streamer, as Alpha Arcanac and I are, and the whole Monster Cat thing. I've been doing some research on it, and initially I was extremely pissed off about it. I kind of felt like, this isn't fair. I had to work this hard to get to affiliate, and then, that's always just the beginning. Then I've got to work 1,000 times harder to get, up to partner if I ever do. But I have some new information now that it's been going on for a little bit and some people have been doing it. Apparently that doesn't necessarily work like that, where you can just pay $5 for a Monster Cat subscription, wait 30 days for it to be live, and then just be affiliate. Apparently you still have to hit the requirements. So the hours, the days that you have to stream, all of that stuff. The 3 concurrent average viewers, all of that stuff. You still have to hit all of that, and then it just fast tracks your application, I guess.
But I mean, what's fast tracking when literally once you hit those numbers, anyways, you're literally within hours of getting the email one way or the other. So I mean, you're just investing $5 into their sound program under some false pretenses and concepts. Which is too bad, because I was really ready to hype up on the actual what we thought it was going to be.
Oh, right, for sure.
But at the same time, I was not mad at it anyways, because the reality was that you're going to get what you give, and you're going to give what you're going to get. I mean, at the end of the day, if you really want to do it, doesn't matter if you use an easy way in or the hard way in, even though the difficult way is still the way one way or the other. The numbers aren't going to change. The people aren't going to come unless you put the work in. And that was what the thing where I looked at it, I'm like, it's not a fast track, because once you get affiliate, if you walked in the door in affiliate, doesn't mean you're walking in with a bunch of people. You're actually walking in with less people. So now you're sitting there with nobody around you, no desire to earn that. I mean, the beautiful thing about affiliate, and the only thing really cool about affiliate, is getting that email, because you have put the work in. I mean, there are 30, 40, maybe 100,000 people that have already made affiliate around the world. Okay. But it's your moment. And when you fast track it, you take away from that moment, which probably takes away from your energy and excitement into what you're investing into that stream in the first place. So when I saw that, at first I was like, I just put all that work in. But then I was like, you know what? I did put that work in, and I feel damn good about it. I love looking at that email. I love seeing that subscription button. I love seeing those bitty bits going flashing around. You know what I mean? And I feel damn good about the fact I earned it, which is such an old school way of thinking. And that's why I think so many people jumped on the idea like, oh, it's a fast track, because it's such a modern way of, I show up and I get it thinking, which is a large percentage of the younger, generation these days, where, this older generation is like, I feel good about it because I did earn what I got. You know what I mean? So
there's that.
Alpha?
Yeah, definitely no participation trophy here. I think Noob and even Pepperjack, talking about it in chat, you don't have the fan base if you fast track. And having the fan base and everything helps you keep at it, keep motivated and everything. No participation trophy here at all. And exactly what Noob said, I still look at that email. I love looking at that email. And I think I was reading statistically only about 7% of Twitch streamers actually have become affiliate. I could be wrong, and it's even less than that for partner.
Go ahead, and then I'll piggyback off of that.
Yeah, with partner, even if you hit like affiliate, you hit all those metrics within hours, like you said, within hours you get that that email. With partner, you actually have to apply and everything. You might have those statistics, those metrics, but you still have to apply. And that's when Twitch is like, yes, I deem you worthy of partnership. And Monster Cat, back to the original question, I was a little perturbed. Tripod, you started this like hardcore and everything. I've been doing this off and on for about 5 years. I wish I would have stayed at it when I first started. I don't know where I'd be now. But unfortunately, I just couldn't do that or anything like that. If I had Monster Cat 5 years ago, what they were saying it was, would have been awesome. But now that I know it, it doesn't do anything. So it's literally like, yeah, you give us $5, try this out, and you're going to get what you're going to get anyways.
Yeah. And I'm going to, backtrack a little bit and piggyback what he was saying. I'd, seen something where it was saying like, if you average 5 viewers a stream, you're in the top 8% of streamers on Twitch, which is an absurd number if you really think about it. But then you look at what's out there, and the normal average is 1 to 2 viewers. Mm-hmm. So if you're above 5 viewers, even though for you, maybe as a, like you see on TikTok and you see all these TikToks of, I only got 3 viewers or 5 viewers is a lot. And you should appreciate that 5, because if you're averaging 10, you're through the roof. All right. People don't look in context. If you take it into context of how many people are actually on Twitch watching gamers play, the majority of them are funneling in one specific direction, because that's what Twitch does. The algorithm pushes everybody towards the top. All right. So what we're dealing with such a huge, especially with COVID forcing and bringing all these new streamers, and I am one of them, into the mix, that it's an overwhelming amount of people out there doing this. So because of that, the actual viewers that are not streamers, all right, it's a very small percentage. And what's happening now is you got the follow for follow and join this Discord and help each other grow. But people lose track of, the people that are helping you grow and reach affiliate in those situations are streamers. So once you get affiliate, they're gone because they have their own stream to focus on and they just made affiliation. So when you got all these Discords and you got all this stuff, this follow for follow, and there's this and that, at the end of the day, you have nothing because you haven't put the actual work in. You've taken a shortcut to get to a specific point, and now you don't know where to find those followers. And the reason why is because they're all the way up at the top. Like the other day, I had somebody come in and they were like, hey, by the way, you were on my recommended. And I almost crapped my pants because to me, that's the pinnacle of my Twitch career right now. You know what I mean? What? I made the recommended section on Twitch where the algorithm looks at people like me and goes, ha, 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 sucker. You know what I mean? But that takes effort. So, at the end of the day, shortcuts are shortcuts. That's what they are. But they never really get you where you want to go. And that's my big issue with it all. And that's why sometimes you'll see me when people are like, I just want to follow you to help you. No. I don't want you to put a number on my number and, pad my number when you're not going to be here. If you want to be here, be here. Otherwise, it's cool. There are other people who would love to take that follow and use it to get to where they got to go. But I don't need 15,000 followers when I got 5 watching every stream. I'll take 100 followers where I got 15 people watching a stream.
Yeah.
Any day. And that's really what it is, because it's the interaction that really pushes a quality streamer. If I was just a gamer, then it wouldn't matter, because then this would be just me sitting down in front of my TV playing video games anyways. But because I'm an entertainer and a content creator, I need an audience that wants to be a part of the show. So, there's that.
Andreas, thank you for the follow. Welcome to the Nameless Ninja Clan. I'm totally of that same mind. Like I feel like I stream every Monday, Wednesday, and Saturday, and sometimes I miss days, which that's on me. But every time I'm there, I have people that show up every single time. Every single time they see that notification, they click on it immediately and they show up and they're there. Like Pepperjack, and others. Pepperjack is just the one that comes to mind right away because he's always there every time. Love that guy. And he, him and the rest that come with him, that's my bread and butter right there. When I'm streaming, when I'm thinking of content to create, when I'm thinking of, what are my viewers going to like, those are the people that I'm thinking of, because those are the people who I make content for. And so, when I was watching Harris Heller talk about this Monster Cat thing just a couple of days ago. And, he had made the remark that, it's not going to take anything away from you. You know what I mean? Like, there's no reason to be mad at it, because if you're already affiliate, it's not going to take your affiliate away. It's not going to oversaturate how many people are streaming. There's always room for more streamers. Just like, just like if they would have got affiliate normally, it's still not going to take away from you being an affiliate. Your channel is your channel, and you are in control of making yourself stand out. So regardless of what anybody else does, they're not going to negatively affect your channel unless you let them. So, I also feel like the work that I've put in, the people that I've curated into my stream are the ones that are going to be there for the long haul. And they're going to be the people that, I'm most talking to, even if I get up to a point where I'm, averaging 1,000 viewers a stream, or I have 1,000 viewers, people watching me, those are the people that I'm going to talk to. Everybody else is along for the ride, but the people that were there from the beginning, those are the ones who I'm talking to. Those are the ones that I'm streaming for. And those are just like this podcast, those are the ones that I make this podcast for, because I want them to get informed opinions and news about games and stuff like that. So, because I care about them. I love them very much.
It's a beautiful world, man. 2 months in, starting my third month, I had no clue what this would be like. And the people that I've met at the front lines, which is the people you're talking about, the relationships I've developed with a lot of them are relationships I have never even developed with people in the real world.
Right.
And that's what's thrown me off in such a positive direction, which is good, because what more motivation do you need to just keep pushing the ball is the fact that it validates your existence as a streamer. And not only that, but as an actual human, because you're like, oh my God, these people actually care. And, and when they ask you about your day and they reply with something that happened that you mentioned 2-3 streams ago, and you're like, this is real. So, but now we're just going way off. So let's see if we can get you back on track there, bud, because we can do this all Tripod. Damn night.
Dozer, I love you, bro. We had some other comments. Andreas said, "This stream is so cool. There's Jason Statham."
All day, baby, all day.
Where else are you going to get a stream where you have Jason Statham, Chris Hemsworth, and everything else? Right here. Nameless Tri-podcast.
I didn't know I could play all those characters, but sweet.
You got Spike Lee's little brother. You got I don't even want to speculate on who you might be down there. You could be anybody. What do you think?
Just say Sasquatch or something.
What do you think, Noob?
He said Sasquatch. I ain't even take. I'm smarter than that, dude. Let's move on.
I would say Seth Rogen's cousin.
Who I am. It's your fault, Dark Souls.
Right. This guy is playing Demon Souls. He's been playing it for the last few days now.
Obsessed.
Yeah, too much.
Platinum.
Too much, sir. All right, so Sony has come out with a new report about. So they've been saying that games, single-player games, are dying, right? And this is they said this in the report that they published that showed that I think it was a huge majority of their player base spends their time on single-player games. So in the same breath, they were like, yeah, well, 98% of our players do single-player games, but single-player games are dying. Nobody wants to play those. It's just ridiculous. What do you guys think? Do you think single-player games are dying? Do you think the multiplayer is going to be the wave of the future, or and when I say single-player games, I'm specifically talking about single-player, story-driven, narrative-based.
Yeah,
games.
And that's the thing is that you keyed on it right there. Story-driven.
I think it was 3 streams ago or something like that where I had mentioned that the video game industry is now tapped into the movie industry. It's the same kind of concept, only bigger stories, more hours invested as the player and stuff like that. And at the end of the day, we all love a good story. And people are moving away from books and they're moving away from movies now, especially courtesy of the land of COVID, where you can't even get out of your house to go to a good movie anyways, and which has shut the industry down to putting out a good product. The games are the way to go. And we're going to see that with the Cyberpunk coming out. You're going to see some ridiculous stuff go down, I think, honestly. Yep, exactly. And that's stop by at a GameStop near you if you've not pre-ordered it. And we've seen it with the Spider-Man. And at the end of the day, they will always, and we'll talk about Cyberpunk a little bit later, but the fact of the matter is we all need a good story because we all need a good escape. Multiplayer is great because of the interaction between other peers. That's a fact. That's not going anywhere. And thank you, Battle Royale, for that. And that's just the way it is. But at the end of the day, we all need a true escape from reality. And these single-player games give us that.
Mm-hmm. Alpha?
Oh, it really depends on how you peg multiplayer games. Multiplayer games, I think, will die eventually. And I'm not saying that we're not multiplayer, but single player games. Because any game that can be story driven or anything like that, wouldn't it be something that you would rather have fun with a friend? I'm not saying full blown online MMO battle royale games or anything like that, but noob, if there was God of War and you got to play it with zombie, you would prefer to do that because of that human interaction with somebody else. You get to share that with somebody else, but without getting rid of the story driven gameplay and
Yeah.
everything. It's that's what I would prefer to do. I would love to play games, Tripod, our friend Smooth, Dozer, just all of this. I would rather play it with somebody instead of just by myself. So, in regards to like single player games dying, um, as long as story driven games don't die.
Yeah, see, and so this is what's going to be interesting related to Cyberpunk is when they release their multiplayer version, which you know is going to probably be similar to like a GTA, where you can actually still take part in the story and do it with your peers. I think a lot of games and companies, if they're doing it as a standalone on top of that, which is a really smart play in my opinion, because they're now investing a whole bunch of other resources in that specific thing, which will make it that much more amazing. Instead of just taking this, what they already have, and then just throwing the multiplayer in, it feels like they might be investing even bigger into the bigger picture. I think more companies should approach it that way, where you have your story-driven single player, but then you have that standalone multiplayer that comes along with it later on down the line, where you've already invested in it and you're so into that world and you've loved that world so much that now you have the opportunity to expand on that world with your homies and stuff like that too. Sure, that's a really huge resource, an investment in time for those companies, but dollars are dollars, man. And they make the most money from the multiplayer, especially when they do the microtransactions. But at the same time, if you put that single player story driven out there, it's already the interest is already established.
Yeah.
And now it's just basically putting it on the shelf per se. So, it's a tricky thing.
It is a tricky thing.
That's definitely true. And I'm definitely of the same mind with Alpha on, I would much rather play, even if it's a story driven game, I would much rather play with my friends, because I get so bored in games so quickly with repetitiveness and stuff like that. And I mean, you can't make a game without repeating some things. It's gonna get repetitive sooner or later. Once you've done everything once, then you get into that core gameplay loop and things start to repeat themselves and this and that. And so I think that at that point, you're when you have other people with you, that definitely gives you just more content, because well, what happens when I take this exploding barrel over here and I do this, and that creates this moment that you and your friends get to share, because Alpha did some crazy shit with an exploding barrel and there goes his body flying, and we're all laughing at it, and it's fun, it's hilarious, and it's something that wouldn't have happened in just a single player experience. You know what I mean? Because now you're playing with other people that have other ideas. I only have so many ideas in my head when I'm playing a game, versus the next person has so many ideas in their head when they come, and so if I can bring them in, and we can try all the ideas that we've had together, but then we can also try the ideas that we each have on our own that are different from each other. That just adds your content. And if you can put that in your game, I think that's the smartest play ever, because that lets you basically make money off of people creating their own content. Like, I mean, that's the American dream right there, So, I mean, I think that definitely single player story driven games are gonna die. I think a lot of people are just they want that co-op is definitely a huge integration nowadays into things, and so I think that's definitely going to pick up in the next few years. Oop, I'm peeking hardcore. I think that's definitely going to pick up in the next few years, and it's just the way it's going to be, you know. Are people going to make things accessible to single players? Because I mean, that's another thing too, is there are people out there that don't like playing with other people. They love to play all by themselves, even if it's a multiplayer game or a MMO or whatever. They want to play by themselves because they get that extra level of challenge. Well, this is a game designed for multiple people to play, and I'm playing all the roles myself, you know. So it just I think that to stay dynamic and to be able to kind of lowest common denominator pander, you know, you kind of have to have all of that balance in there.
And plus, that's content creators are also the ones that are starting to be the ones who move the meter.
Yeah.
The reality is it's not even the reviews, it's not even the actual game trailers or anything like that. It's once the game is in someone's hands, and it's usually a content creator, we're the ones who actually are starting to move the meter on what direction specific games are going. I mean, and I think that was one of the big things I noticed with Spider-Man, the original Spider-Man that came out a couple of years ago. It was the streamers were playing it, and then all of a sudden everybody else wanted a piece of that single player action of it. And that really helped move that meter. And I think that's also going to be a key on that kind of stuff too. I mean, Among Us is a multiplayer program, but the reality is that is how many years old?
2.
And nobody, it was nowhere to be seen. No one gave a shit about it. No one even knew about it. And then a handful of streamers who just started playing it, and people were watching it, and that was it. Yeah, and now everybody and their brother is in on it.
Yeah, I believe it was the Spanish streaming community that got in on it and started to stream a bunch of it, and just out of nowhere it just blew up and everybody wanted to play it.
How would you feel if you were those devs?
Right? It was kind of a perfect storm though, because not only did it start gaining traction on streaming from the Spanish streaming community, but it was also hit during the pandemic, and people were kind of wanting that interactive multiplayer type game, but not, you know, competitive. They wanted to be able to just kind of chill
something
and
that was away
friends.
from Fun Guys, but Fall Guys, I mean, and then this was that good transition from, because I mean, that's the same thing with Fall Guys. Fall Guys became a big hit because the streamers turned in. It was just so damn funny watching people just do stupid shit and wipe out and stuff like that. Yeah. But it was almost too much at the end of the day.
Yeah, because it was super competitive, and it was that battle royale mentality. And it's like, well, if I'm going to play a battle royale, I might as well play Warzone or something like that. You know what I mean? I want a game where I can, you know, work together with people, or, you know, there's one imposter, but like for the most part, we're working together. We're having fun. Even when you're doing the imposter, it's still just having fun. I watched... I just watched PewDiePie and Jacksepticeye play. They were playing. What was it? Like hide and seek imposters. So like at the very beginning, they would be like, "Okay, I'm the imposter," and instead of everybody like trying to like do their tasks and stuff like that, they were just running around trying not to get killed by the imposter. And that was all the whole thing. Like you were just running around hiding, and the imposter's vision was really low, so like they couldn't see everything, and they would run around and try and kill people before the time limit or whatever it was.
It's a game night game is what it is. Yeah. It's instead of being at dinner with all your friends and doing a game night like that, because you can't, that's what it's become, which is great.
Oh, what's up, Sparrow? Appreciate you joining us.
Also, there was had a new follow, actually.
Oh, I did.
Oh, yeah, you did.
Dun dun dun.
Oh, Dozer, thank you for the follow. I appreciate you. Haven't played games with that guy in a while.
Who's that guy?
Right?
He's the guy.
I saw you playing.
The guy.
Yeah, I saw you playing Demon Souls with him last night. That's pretty funny.
See, so funny, Tripod. It's hilarious. You can turn something just so deadly.
Oh my God,
into a
Alpha! I'm
funny
not gonna play Demon Souls. We've been over this.
Okay, fine. Next.
All right. So
Next topic. Oh, Demon Souls.
If I were to say the words "Crepe Chief Notify," what would does that ring any bells to you guys? Crepe Chief Notify.
Do you need to see a doctor?
That is, I'm not having a stroke. That is the name of the company who sells memberships on scalping. So they have what they call mentorships, and for I think it's like $35 a month, or you can buy a lifetime membership for like $500 and some. They give you access to the tools and bots and stuff like that you need to buy products in mass at MSRP and then resell them at outrageous prices. They had previously got their hands on 3,500 PS5s at launch, and then are now selling them for upwards of, the average price is about $1,000 to $2,000. There are some that are like $20,000 to $30,000. There was 2 listings on a buy site that were for $1 million. Like, I don't know why anybody would buy that when they could just spend $1,000 and get one, but whatever. They had gotten there, or they had put out a statement about they were doing it to help their own people and this and that and help their members, and that's why they basically screwed 3,500 people out of consoles at launch, and that met with a bunch of backlash. So they retracted that, of course. And then they put out a statement the other day that said that they have gotten their hands on 1,000 Xbox Series X's. Well, then it finally comes to find out that they got canceled. Their orders got canceled because the outlet that they got them from said that a technical error allowed them to be purchased when they were not for sale at that time. So they canceled all of their orders and are issuing them
that
refunds.
Doesn't sound sus at all.
Right. That sounds definitely. I mean, okay, so if it's 100% true, and that's exactly what happened, it was just a technical error, and their bots got in and got the orders off, and now they're canceled. That's sweet. That's karma for sure. Like, fuck you guys. But my question for you guys is, like, how is this a company? Like, how? Because, like, I guess technically what they're doing is not illegal.
No, I mean, it's been around for ages. I mean, every time there's been a console release, there's always been somebody. It's no different than the toilet paper hoarding. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
There's always been somebody who's always trying to capitalize right away on it. And because everybody's literally had X amount of years to wait for this console releases, some Joe Schmo was like, you know what? Best way to do this is I can market myself, set this up, make money off of this while other people make money off of the product that they're pushing. I mean, it seems like it's an unfortunate no-brainer to me.
Oh, this is not a new company. This company's been around for a long time. They usually do. This is actually the first year that they've gotten it. This specific company has gotten into consoles. They usually do sneaker drops and stuff like that.
Yeah.
But the fact that they are like a legit company registered in the UK as a company, and nobody's like investigating them or anything like that. It's just so goddamn scummy. Like, it just leaves such a bad taste in my mouth. I fucking hate it. But Alpha, you were talking about the other day, 3,500 consoles, 1,000 consoles. It's kind of a drop in the bucket to be, if you really think about it. If you want to elaborate on that.
It is a drop in the bucket. I hate that 4,500 people are going to have to deal with that whole scenario instead of just being able to order one online at the MSRP and everything. But we're talking about millions of people that want consoles and everything. So 3,500 out of millions, it's, it really is just a number. And unfortunately, Sony and Microsoft, they're making their money. Doesn't matter who buys them, they get their money right then and there. Companies who sell them, they get their money. So there are right now companies I believe need to look into, like Best Buy. They're putting in queues and everything, so one bot can't take 100 consoles. And then you have multiple people that have these bots. They're adding in queues, making sure that this is a real life person, and making sure that these people right here are actually getting the product that they want and are going to use and not resell at a later date. I think more companies need to do that. Not, like I said, they're making their money. It's not to make sure that gamers are going to get the product that they want, but for customer loyalty. If I know that a company is looking out for my better half, or my wants and needs, then I'll be more willing to purchase something through them. How is this? What was it? Douche Canoe, I believe it was, in chat. How is that a company? I mean, they're writing tutorials. I think the only thing that might be borderline illegal would be bots. If they're supplying the bots for people to use, then could that possibly get into territory, especially when you're like, I am not a bot when I buy this item.
Yeah. So, that was Baby Sparrow that said douche canoes. And Mr. Pepper Jack says they are a fucking waste of space. They are not beautiful humans. Real Odie, what's up, Walter? How you doing? It's picking up because the bots got so bad. PlayStation Direct did the same.
Yeah, I do believe I heard that PlayStation Direct did the same thing that Best Buy did, was actually like put in queue systems and stuff like that to help people, the gamers, actually get a system, the ones that were going to use it. Real quick too, I hate this, but what I hate even more is people on eBay selling empty boxes for $700.
Yeah.
Because then you have grandparents and everything trying to make their grandkids' day or Christmas year. It's been a shitty year. I'm going to get my grandson a PlayStation 5. They go on, oh, there's a PlayStation 5 right here for $700. Yeah, I'm going to be paying a little bit more. But in the description, it literally says, this is a PlayStation 5 with a DualShock controller, just an empty box. But you don't have people that actually thinking about reading all that. They just see the picture and they're like, oh, right. That, I think, is 100 times worse.
Yeah, definitely. Dozer says Walmart truly didn't help any by what happened with pre-orders, and Sony did nothing to them at all, which is totally ridiculous. I mean, like Alpha said, at the end of the day, Walmart and Sony both really don't give a shit. Like, they're once that thing's out the door, it's off their hands. It's not their problem. If somebody decides to resell it later, that might hurt them ish. You know, just like they don't like secondhand game sales, but like at the same time, like it's gonna happen. They factor that into their into their quarterly reports and their estimates and stuff like that. They factor in the fact that's gonna happen. So I mean, realistically, it doesn't affect their bottom line at all. So they have no incentive to try and put a handle on it or anything like that. An interesting story about PlayStation 5, though, kind of a fun little story, was that there was a wife that sold her husband's PS5 because she found out that he lied to her and told her tried to lie to her and told her that it was an air purifier instead of a game console. She figured out that it was a game console and said, yeah, guess what? I'm going to sell it.
Did you see the pictures, like the side-by-sides?
The
PlayStation 5 looks like a fucking air purifier.
Really?
The air purifier is literally just like slender and a little bit taller.
Wow.
Like oh my God, he tried.
He almost got away with it, right?
Yeah. Like I feel bad for the guy. Yeah, his PlayStation 5 was sold. He worked his ass off. He probably spent like $2,500 to get that.
Honey, how are you playing Spider-Man on the air purifier?
Well, here, let me show you this commercial from like April Fools, but you don't have to say that, from 2 years ago, where they're playing Skyrim on the fridge. You know, they're just integrating this stuff into all appliances
together now. Yeah.
If you want to, you can play Doom on your reverse backup camera in your car. Come on, honey, it's okay. He tried.
A couple quick announcements, kind of PSAs. Control, the game Control has been added to the Game Pass, which is weird because it's been on PlayStation Now for like ever now.
It got taken off.
It got taken off PlayStation Now? Oh,
Yep.
wow.
Oh. Yep. A couple months ago.
And it's interesting because they are one of the few that kind of tried to grift people over this whole PS5 upgrade thing, or next-gen upgrade thing. They were offering a next-gen upgrade, but only if you bought the digital, like this Ultimate Edition that they had re-released, right? They had an Ultimate Edition when they first launched the game, but then they relaunched a new one that then would have the upgrade to the next gen. If you bought the next gen, that would give you the free upgrade for the PS5 version or the Xbox Series X version. But if you already had the Ultimate version, it wouldn't. You had to buy the new one, even if you had already bought the previous one. So like they were really trying hard to screw a bunch of people out of money. Like they were pushing it, and people were like, "Fuck you."
This is like the Facebook like marketplace and everything. Craigslist is like,
yeah,
I know what I have. Don't try to lowball me or anything. It's like you have a box of rocks.
Yeah.
Okay. And it's the same box of rocks you had before.
But they're premium rocks, Ultimate Edition rocks.
They sparkle.
Honestly, anybody that's upgrading to a PlayStation 5, they have to make decisions on the games that they want to play or keep or anything or try to buy. There is Devil May Cry 5. Yes, Devil May Cry 5 came out on the PlayStation 4 and the Xbox One X or Xbox One systems. But they have a Devil May Cry 5 Special Edition now for the PlayStation 5 and the Series X. Neo is coming out with the Neo 1 and 2 bundle that's going to have PlayStation 5 upgrade and the Series X. So Control's not the only one, and it's really hard because you have so many games that will play on the next gen systems, but you don't know which ones are going to be upgrades or you're going to have to buy later on again, like with Control or these other games.
Yeah, and 2K was doing the same thing as well too. They had they have a regular edition, and then they have their normal Ultimate Edition, and then they have a specific next gen upgrade edition for significantly more. I think it was like $90 or something like that. And there was the normal cover, and then the part that really pissed me off though about that was that they had on the next gen upgrade edition one that they really wanted to sell, they put Kobe on the cover, and that pissed me off so much, dude. Like how are you gonna fucking disrespect Kobe's memory over some dumbass shit that you know people are gonna backlash about? You know this is gonna leave a sour taste in people's mouth, and you're gonna put Kobe all over it. Fuck you, dude. That's bullshit. Absolute
money.
Bullshit.
Yeah, money.
Perfect marketing play. Yeah, exactly. And that's really what it comes down to. It's they don't give a shit about Kobe or his legacy or what other people think. They just got to keep that exponential growth going on. Go ahead.
Sorry, as an insider, exactly what Overlord Dozer said. Perfect marketing ploy. That's how it was sold as. Anybody that's coming in for NBA or that has played NBA before, they were telling them, "Hey, are you a fan of Kobe? Because the $100 edition over here, it wasn't even about getting upgraded to the PlayStation 5 or the Series X at that point in time. It was Kobe just died. This is going to be one of the last things that you can buy that has Kobe on it. Do you want this?"
Fuck Christ. Let's move on before I get into another rant. Cyberpunk is going to have a 43 gigabyte update at launch, or near launch, apparently. That is already added to. Oh, I had it here, and I don't have it anymore. I don't know what I. Can't remember how many gigs it was going to be. Alpha, do you remember off the top of your head?
Nope.
At the end of the day, we can thank Modern Warfare and Call of Duty for preparing us for this. At the end of the day, we're not shocked. We're not worried about it. I think we're just more annoyed that we couldn't pre-download it. But other than that, it's
right.
We're ready.
Yeah.
We're ready.
Yeah. It's kind of ridiculous.
And we're so stoked and excited about it anyways that we could give a shit.
Yeah. As Cyberpunk, it's been gold for months now. What they've been working on is that day one patch and everything, because they had the PlayStation 4, the Xbox One, the PC, the Xbox One X, the PlayStation 4 Pro, the original PlayStation 4 and Xbox Ones, and now the Series S, the Series X, and the PlayStation 5. They had to, so many systems that they had to make sure it was actually going to work across all these systems. But did you guys, a week and a half ago maybe, there were two guys that got their hands on Cyberpunk 2077 before the day one patch and everything. It was, not gonna lie, it was two stoner guys that made it about a minute into the campaign and still didn't do anything, and it was a 20-minute stream until the guy got scared and shut his stream off. But someone got the VOD and spread it around the internet. Let's just say, guys, I'm not gonna lie, they need that patch. They need it. Anybody that's getting this game, you need to download that patch before you play, okay?
That's funny because, and I heard another thing of this dude, this dev, that was playing. He must have a patched I'm assuming a patched up version of it. But he had been playing like 107 hours, and 170 hours, and had barely made it through the first part of the game. Like,
good God.
Yeah. 170 hours, and he was not finished with the game.
I don't even know how you would be able to stream that. I mean,
well, he was playing it. He was playing it on the hardest difficulty, and he was also going for a ultra stealthy build and approach.
Okay, gotcha.
So it was kind of a slow, methodical.
He put himself in that position. Anyways.
Yeah, definitely. And then kind of related to Cyberpunk brings us to our main topic, Warzone integration. So that was set to come out on December 10th, but then Cyberpunk moved their release date to December 10th. So Warzone, I don't know if this is if it is because of this, but it really seems like it. They then moved their release date for the Warzone integration to December 16th.
It's a smart play.
That's going to include a new map and a new mode, 30 new weapons, a quote-unquote new gulag experience, whatever that means. It's probably just more sniper rifles and shotguns.
I just threw up in my mouth.
And then that's going to be following some major updates. On the 8th, Warzone will have a big quality of life improvement update. And then on the 15th, Cold War will have an update. And then the 16th, we'll see the Warzone update for the integration. And then they are offering to kind of keep spirits up and keep people interested until the 16th. Anyone who logs in between the 8th and the 15th will be receiving some free cosmetics. Yay.
Love cosmetics.
Yay.
I mean, at the end of the day, it's a smart move because personally for me, I mean, I'm going to take a little breather just to play some Cyberpunk. So
yeah, definitely.
To sit there and have to go, oh, which one am I going to do? I already know which one I'm going to do. Exactly.
Yeah,
Alpha knows. And everybody knows I'm a Warzone guy. But at the end of the day, I know where I'm going. So for them to push it back doesn't bother me because I have something that's going to fill that time anyways. So it's not like I'm probably not even going to realize it when it shows up. I'll be like, someone will be like, hey, you going to jump in Warzone? It's changed. And I'll be like, dude, I'm on hour 457 right now in Cyberpunk and I haven't even gotten halfway. Leave me alone. You know,
all I know is noob, you better just take time off work for Cyberpunk because like, don't deny me my dubs. I need you in the zone at the times that I need you there.
Your win percentage in Warzone right now is so ridiculous. It makes me sick.
It is, and it's all because of you guys. And it's not like it's because of you guys and the combination of the fact that like before I started playing with you, I never played Warzone.
I know this dude is at 30 wins and like 220 games played. It's like ridiculous. I'm not worthy.
No, it's not even. Don't play it like that because I'm 90% of the time, 95% of the time, I'm just along for the ride, just tack scoping my ass off, and then we get a dub, and then there's like the one or two that I've kind of like come out clutch in the end somehow because some asshole had to reload. And I got a good shot on him.
Oh my god, it makes good content. Thank God.
What are you guys' thoughts on the Warzone integration, though? What do you think? What do you think that's gonna be? Do you have any speculation on what that's gonna look like?
None whatsoever. I've been trying to play dumb to it all right now because maybe it'll surprise me, but Call of Duty, Black Ops already hasn't surprised me any, and it's disappointed me across the board outside of zombies. So it's kind of like it's more a slight fear of what direction it is going to end up. I mean, Warzone has literally carried millions of people through one of the worst times in history of man, in the modern society. I mean, it's held families together, friends together. It's kept people's mind off of things. I mean, it's kept kids from getting into trouble. It's
it's a world within its own world that has allowed us the true escape from the reality that is outside our door on a daily. The reality that's getting worse and worse, which is what I'm worried about, is that they're going to deliver some shitty ass product and really screw up the quality that it was when we are all about to be even more locked down because of the holidays and how COVID has gotten even worse. So I pray that their pushback is because they're making sure they're dotting their I's, crossing their T's, because at the end of the day, Activision wasn't perfect. All right. I mean, we've got glitches that have been there since day one that have not been gone, but they at least maintained a solid product. And so at the end of the day, I don't want to know. I don't really give a shit until I walk in and load it down, because I don't want to be so sorely disappointed by raising my expectations higher than I need to be, because again,
right.
Black Ops has already just set my bar so low already.
Mr. Pepperjack says, I'm not good at that game at all. Listen, I wasn't, and still really I'm not, but Noob and Zombie have molded me, and I'm just really good at doing what people tell me.
The highlight
really
the highlight of my night last night was when Tripod all of a sudden was like, fuck this shit, I'm about to get sweaty. And then all of a sudden I see him running off. Leroy Jenkins! And he's totally wiping squats. I'm like, our boy is blown up.
Oh, I know, dude. That game I had like 7 or 8 kills, and I was just done with it, dude. I was done with it. We were getting sweated left and right. I was just like, I'm fucking done with this, dude. Like, I don't care. And because you can ask Alpha, I hate dying in games. I absolutely hate it. That's one of the reasons why I don't want to play Dark Souls or Demon Souls, because I know that's all you do in that game. And I don't want to do it. But I got to a point last night where I was just like, you know what? I'm just going to shoot these motherfuckers, dude. I'm just done. If I die, I die. I'm just going to shoot them.
Beautiful moment.
He did.
It was a beautiful moment. I think at the end of it, I walked into a room after him, and it stared in front of his character. I said, I'm going to wipe the blood off your face right now.
And I had a hole in my head.
He had a hole in his head. These are the moments I'm talking about related to Warzone.
Right.
On that day, Tripod's kill streak grew 3 sizes.
Dozer says Cold War was just sad. Modern Warfare is still the GOAT. Treyarch should be fat. It should be sad. Yeah. Honestly, I think okay. I think Cold War was good in comparison to other Black Ops games. You know what I mean? When you compare, but coming off the tail end of Warzone, and you comparing it, apples to apples with Modern Warfare, it's like, those are 2 completely different studios, like at 2 completely different levels. You're not gonna compete. Like, you're just not gonna compete with Activision. And, but like, the Cold War compared to Black Ops 4, oh yeah, huge improvement, for sure.
I just don't want the Black Ops BR to find its way into the Warzone BR. Yeah, and that's my thing. It's because
Blackout.
Blackout. I mean, yeah, it was. That game pushed me into Fortnite, for Christ's sake. And then I had to play Fortnite until I got that filler out of the way. So
that's why they call it Blackout, because that's what it makes you do. It gives you a blackout.
God, I was drinking so much then.
Black Ops 2 was the best. Changed my mind. Black Ops 2 was pretty dope. I think that looking back on Black Ops 2, you're looking at it with rose-colored glasses. Because it was the first real step up for Black Ops. It was the real, they had introduced the zombies. It was, and the first zombies, that, I mean, I'll always have nostalgia for that, for sure. Like, that's the GOAT. You know what I mean? Like, that was I remember having fun with my high school friends playing, playing Black Ops Zombies and just being crazy.
Well, and that's what I think they did with this one too, is they knew where the money was going to be in it. They realized that zombies was going to be what people were going to buy this for.
Yeah.
At the end of the day, and that's why zombies is so good, actually.
Yep.
And I will play zombies for a long time, but I literally I played multiplayer in alpha and beta, and I've not played it since the game actually got released. And that's how much disinterest. And I don't even care what they actually changed. I don't want a prestige unless I do it through zombies. You know what I mean?
It seems easier to me than Modern Warfare's multiplayer. Not better. It's definitely not better. I think the gunplay is a lot better in Modern Warfare. But the and maybe it's just because a lot of people didn't make the jump from Modern Warfare to Cold War. But the lobbies seem less sweaty. They seem easier for me to get. I mean, I've prestige once already. I'm on my second.
Well, I mean,
one.
and Call of Duty has always been known as the arcade version of these type of games, but it seems like Cold War took it to a whole nother level. They made it the actual arcade version of things, and they did that very well. But unfortunately, when you spend a whole summer and then some, literally putting in thousands of hours of playing Modern Warfare and multiplayer from, Modern Warfare, it's hard to go backwards than it is to go forward.
Feels like a regression.
It's definitely feels like. I mean, what did Dozer just write? You should probably read that.
Oh, I'll have to take the honors for that one.
Yeah,
I think,
you get it.
Because Overlord Dozer, you have to respect him in regards to historical accuracies and guns and respecting how they actually sound and how they work. He is all about that, and if a game doesn't have that, he'll take a huge steaming pile right on top of it, which he pretty much did with Cold War. But Overlord Dozer says, Modern Warfare's sound and gunplay just feels good, and Cold War is like the little brother that swallows the blankets if you leave him alone for too long.
So good. Oh my god.
What has you? Your little brother is on the spectrum, bro. Like you need to get that looked at, dude.
Well, see, Overlord Dozer does not have a little brother, but Cold War is the little brother to Modern Warfare.
It's the redheaded stepchild for sure.
Yeah, it's not even
they
little
fucked
brother.
up.
They're not. Yeah, they fucked up. That one probably should have found the shower wall.
Right. Right. This one was planned. This one was an accident. And then finally, a little tiny one tonight. This one's kind of just to wrap things up. The Fortnite Galactus event was absolutely huge. They said that they reported having 15.3 million concurrent players at its peak. And it basically consisted of Galactus showing up. Players drove buses of explosives into Galactus's mouth.
Yes, but I don't know if you watched it. I haven't played Fortnite since season 5, so I'm not. But there was a transition for Star Wars in that, because they drove the buses through his arms, which was basically like driving through the Death Star. So there was kind of a little Easter egg kind of transition there that I'm sure that most people probably didn't even put together. And I don't even know if it was meant that way, but it seems like it was.
It is.
Yeah,
Next season is going to be Star Wars.
Exactly. So it was very clever in that sense. And it was, I mean, there are so many people playing Fortnite right now because of this particular event. I mean, they couldn't have planned it better.
Yeah.
They couldn't have placed it better. I mean, we're all jonesing for our Marvel fix still. We're all caught up in our Mandalorian love. I mean, it's just, they hit the freaking spots at the end of the day. I mean, Ali had some 100,000 people watching his stream. I mean, and he's not averaging anywhere near that high when he's normally streaming. I mean,
dude, since they've come out, Fortnite has been just a powerhouse when it comes to marketing and getting people to come play their game. Like just a powerhouse.
I think go ahead.
Yours is probably going to be on topic, so I'll let you go first.
No. I take the mic up way too much.
we don't do on topic around here. That's not in our vocabulary. Just say some shit and we'll edit it later. We'll get it in post.
The only thing I wish was, when Fortnite first came out, I was like, hey, Tripod, Smooth, you guys want to play Fortnite? It's going to be big. Trust me. Tripod is like, I played it. I hated it. He never played it. Or he did play it. So I never got to play it afterwards because I wanted to play it with somebody. Mm-hmm. And we never got on the Fortnite bandwagon. But what we did do, we got on the Paragon bandwagon. And I wish that they showed that game as much fucking love and determination and marketing and everything else that they give to fucking Fortnite right now. I'm done.
Yeah, Paragon was dope. It was kind of a MOBA. Well, not kind of a MOBA. It was a MOBA. And I mean, a la Smite, whatever some other ones are. You're the MOBA expert, Alpha.
Yeah, League of Legends, Dota, obviously Dota 2. You got Heroes of the Storm, Smite, the list goes on. But it was a MOBA on the consoles. And Epic fucking done it. And they're like, oh, hey, this is shit, so we're going to drop it. And then, what was it? Like a couple months later, they drop out Fortnite. And they're like, oh, hey, let's get into the Battle Royale. And everybody's like, oh my God, it's awesome. Now I want them to bring back Paragon. It's like, oh, hey, from the makers of Fortnite's Paragon. I'm like, come on, please.
Yeah, well, again, at the end of the day, it's also the dollar amount as well. And all the little tweenies and the little younger ones, they're all home. And when you think they're in the middle of their remote learning class, those little shits are playing these games. I know, because I bust them on the daily. All right. and so, I mean, for them to make this big push it's a genius play because these kids aren't going anywhere. And their holidays are coming up with the Christmas break. That's 2 weeks of no traveling for these families that they would normally be traveling. No, and a lot of cities are locked down, and they're usually at the bigger cities that are highly populated. So there is a huge population that are not going anywhere that are going to literally. Fortnite is basically just it's shot in the arm. It's literally getting a COVID shot in the arm. And again, I played it. Only reason why I played it is because the kids at the school were like, you got to play it, coach. You got to play it, coach. And I'm like, oh, street cred with the little ones. Okay, I'll play it. Mm-hmm. But I couldn't build worth of shit in the beginning.
That's my problem too.
Yeah, and then you're already good enough to not get the little bot shits, but you're too good. You're stuck with all those builders. The game is not fun. And so... And now they're like, oh, coach, but you should get into it again because it's really cool. But then I'm like, you got to fish and you got to do this and you got to do that. I'm like, there is too much shit now to this game outside of the building. And the reality is I still enjoy watching people play it. But there's just no way I'll ever actually do it myself. And so, but they have a generation of, they've got a generation that like Modern Warfare can't tap into without their parents knowing.
Yeah, and I do like watching people play it for sure.
Oh, yeah. So, I mean, it's not going anywhere. PUBG wishes they had even half of what in marketing and sense that because, to be one of the OG battle royales and to disappear and fade into the sunset outside of mobile, it's kind of sad. But the reality is again, those up at the top who want to make money, push and market properly, it's a beautiful thing. And that's exactly what Fortnite is. They're a monster when it comes to that. And you sign contracts with freaking Disney to put Marvel characters and now Star Wars characters. You're now untouchable.
It's funny too because PUBG, even though they were the forerunner to Fortnite, they seem like you ordered Fortnite on Wish or AliExpress. And that's what you got sent. Like
exactly.
This Chinese bootleg knockoff of Fortnite.
Where you spent more on shipping it to your freaking machine than you did actually paying for the damn thing.
Speaking of Fortnite and everything, I actually did make a TikTok about Fortnite last night. I don't know if you guys have seen it yet.
No, but I have a feeling I'm going to now.
Yeah.
I think I did. Was it the one with oh yeah, I did see it. The one with the Godfather theme.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, you definitely got to check it out, Noob. It's fucking hilarious.
Pepperjack just made a good point, and on top of all that, if you buy V-Bucks, you get 2 months of Disney Plus free. That's
Jesus.
That's you can't compete with that. You're basically saying, here, catch up on your season of Mandalorian for free by buying it. That's I'm not worthy.
Dude, Epic is there's nobody out there right now that beats Epic with signing contracts.
No.
Like, they have the best fucking lawyer and marketing team that you could possibly have, because they are always just getting exclusive after exclusive and crazy rights to crazy shit out of nowhere. Like, hands down, like I hate them as a company, but like, you've got to respect them. Like, they are out there fucking doing
they're playing the game the way the game was meant to be played at the end of the day. And if anybody else is out there watching, which everybody should be, they should be stepping on it. Problem is, Activision sees things a whole lot differently.
Yeah.
I think the only other company that's pushing contracts any more than they would probably be Pops, but that's completely and totally different. But even Epic is getting into game libraries and everything. They're trying to compete with fucking Steam.
Yeah.
I mean, you got Uplay and you got EA Access and all that's, or EA Play or whatever it is.
Mm-hmm.
But they still, like, they were Ubisoft games or they were EA games. Epic is trying to become a game library just like Steam. And if Jesus Christ.
Yeah, if they nail that, they're locked in for good. They're not going anywhere because they already have the people to get into it. They have the numbers.
Well, and that's one of the things the EA differs from Activision, or I mean, not EA, but Epic differs from Activision and EA, is because Epic is like, okay, how can we throw all this money that we have into getting more people here, giving them stuff that's going to make them come here, versus EA Activision's like, how can we make more money off of the people that are already here? Mm-hmm. You know, how can we squeeze more money out of these assholes' pockets? Because fuck them.
Yeah. Have you guys heard of loot boxes?
Yeah, exactly. No, I haven't actually. They're called surprise mechanics.
I'm really looking at throwing something right now, but I like everything I have around me. I mean, and you nailed it right there on the head. I mean, at the end of the day, and the numbers from just this event show that's exactly what they did. Yeah. Because Fortnite, I mean, none of the mainstream, you're seeing dudes like Nick Merckx back out there getting in the mix. Like, he was like, the one thing he was like, I really hope they have Tilted Towers back. I hope they have Tilted Towers. Boom, they have it. Now he's in.
Yeah. And
now he just brought another 60, 70, 80,000 people to come with him just to watch that play, which means a percentage of that is now going to play it again. And
a huge percentage, because they're all going to play it in the hopes that they're going to get in a game with him.
Exactly. It's beautiful to watch. It's just annoying. It's that game.
It's just like I was watching. I seen some of the numbers from Ninja and how many people he gets that play. You know, off of, because he has his own like affiliation shit with them, so that you know, he gets a cut when people download it or would buy V-Bucks or whatever.
Oh, he's got to be stoked because he's been doing Valorant so long now that he needed to make the jump back. And let me tell you, if there's anything to get him back over there, it's this.
Yeah, it's insane. It's insane the amount of just free money that's just out there. Fucking give me some of that, dude. Like, if I can get paid to play Fortnite, I will play Fortnite. If I could get paid for it. But I'm not going to pay it. I'm not going to play it for free. Fuck that. I hate
that. You might be when I use my 100,000 points. You might want to download that now, bro.
Nope. It specifically states in the thing, if it's a game that I have.
Technically,
I do not.
With the asterisks, it's a downloadable game, and you have played it.
It is not downloadable.
Technically,
oh my god, this is gonna be the best. That is a stream that people will come from miles to watch.
It's not downloadable. Listen. I don't want to be known as a rage streamer. All right, because that's what's gonna happen, dude. I will flip
come
the
on.
fuck
I'm already
out.
known as that. It's fine.
I
It's
just-
fun. Everybody loves it.
Where is it? Where is it? I just bought another controller, a new controller, because my last one. I went. Thank God for the GameStop warranty shit, right? Because like, I went and got a brand new controller like maybe 3-4 months ago, and then I started having the stick drift problem, and I took it in there, and I was like, hey, I need to, do some kind of claim on this or something. And like, I thought this was going to take me an hour. I go in there and I'm like, hey, the stick is drifting on me. And they were like, what color do you want? And I was like, whatever works. And they were like, well, we got this one, this one, this one. And I was like, all right, camo's fine. And 10 minutes later, I walked out of the store. Brand new controller out of the box, replaced.
It's fucking beautiful.
It's amazing, dude. I'm telling
This
you.
podcast
Not
/ stream is not
sponsored.
hosted by GameStop, but goddamn.
I have
Praise
no comment.
be.
I've got no comment.
It was, dude. I'm telling you, if you're gonna go get accessories, go to GameStop. Make sure you get it's a $10 protection plan. So it's 10, whatever you're buying, it's 10 more bucks. And then if you go in and you exchange it, if you throw it at the wall, they'll can give you a brand new one or a refurbished one. However, I don't know how their rules specifically work on that, but you go in there and then you pay 10 more bucks. Instead of paying another $60, $70 for another controller, I paid $10 and got a brand new one. And I have a protection plan on that one as well. And then I had a coupon, because I'm part of the power up shit. So I get a $5 coupon every month. So the new protection plan only cost me $5. I'm like, God damn, dude.
I'm so fucking happy right now.
You can't beat that. I'm just saying, dude. Like, you can't. That's like, if I'd have bought that at Best Buy, dude, I would be stuck with a drifting controller right now, guaranteed.
Hold on. This whole operation was your idea.
You're right. Slightly off screen, there's a GameStop employee with a gun held to my head. Tell him about the protection plan. Tell him about the protection plan and the coupon.
Oh my god, that's great. That's great.
Yeah, Alpha's got him in his lapel mic. Like, all right, go ahead. You can let him go. He said
We
it's
don't
fine.
we don't have to breach. We don't have to breach.
Take the shot.
Y'all better watch out because he's gonna go Mr. Smith on you guys because he's a sweaty player now.
Dude. Yep, I'm a sweaty player now. That's what I do. I sweat, motherfuckers. Are we gonna hop into some Warzone or what, bro?
Yeah, that's the plan. That's
All
the
right.
plan.
All right. So, all you beautiful people in the chat, you can meet us in just a few moments over on Mr. Noob Tackler's channel. Noob, tell him what you got going on.
Life is great, man. We're going to go ahead and be playing some Warzone tonight. I just want to reiterate out there from the beginning of our stream, guys, if you are looking to get into streaming or you're already a current streamer who's trying to reach affiliate and stuff like that, all right, put the work out on yourself. All right. At the end of the day,
Other content, as in like TikToks, but TikTok I would suggest is the one. All right now. Get out there, build a follower base on that, and then bring that follower base over. Put the work in. Stop waiting for things to happen, because the longer you wait, the more frustrated you're going to get, and the investment in time is not going to pay off in the end. And that's really as simple as it gets. All right. So that's all I got to say is just get a shout out there. If you're into it and you're in it to win it, then you got to put the work in and accept and embrace it. And trust me, at the end of the day, when you do that, it's going to feel that much better when you get that result that you're going to get, and you will get it. And that's it.
And that's a fact.
Oh, yeah. Wait, no. You're talking with the, where is it? The.
Yeah, there it is. Alpha, tell him what you got going on, bro.
I'd have to add on with Noob on there. Don't forget, you're an entertainer. You don't just play video games anymore. But Tuesdays and Thursdays probably Demon Souls because I am masochistic, and I have a buddy that just has a face that loves to be punched. He's got a punch-worthy face. So come check us out at Alpha R Connect streams and watch my buddy get his face punched in.
Sorry, Blizzard. But thanks for that follow, bro.
Right. All right, guys. And then for me, I'll be back tomorrow night, like 9 Eastern ish, somewhere around there, between 9 and 10. And then every Monday, Wednesday, Saturday streams. Friday every week podcast. Me and Alpha and whoever we have as a guest. Today's guest, as you saw, was Mr. Noobtacular. He is one of the few people who will sully his reputation enough to slum it on our podcast. So we love to have him back as much as we can.
Worth it.
All right, guys. We will see you again next week. Same pod time, same pod channel. Peace out.